I broke through the carbonate, that's how I got free. Drop it back off because there's no stopping me. Postmodern player, sample-tastic, flows ekphrastic. I get drastic, hey, watch the plastic. Yo, I name check and leave you drastic.
Welcome to the MacGuffin. I'm Spencer.
I'm Greg.
This is episode 135. To state it out there right away, this is our new format for those of you who are eagerly anticipating it.
Look how different it looks. It doesn't really look different.
It doesn't look different. So if you are watching
Graphics and explosions.
that would be awesome. We'll see if we can work that in.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are watching us, perhaps you have always subscribed to the video feed. If that is the case, we recommend you also subscribe to the audio feed because that's going to be separate but equally entertaining.
Yes.
Somehow that seems wrong.
Yes. We'll move on.
Well, it's still good.
The two white men will just leave that to the side and keep moving on.
It's all good, I assure you. It's all good. That being said, today we're giving you our DVD rundown for April 17th.
Yeah.
Tuesday, April 17th, that is.
Of course.
Got an interesting kind of week this week. Actually, a pretty good one.
Yeah, not bad.
The first one that we want to talk about is Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol comes out. Did you see this theatrically?
Not yet, no.
Ooh, I got to see this IMAX.
Yeah,
it was
I remember
awesome.
hearing you rant and rave about it.
And this is the directorial debut of Brad Bird, at least live action directorial debut of Brad Bird. And I just read today that this is actually Tom Cruise's most successful film of all time. I mean, granted, inflation and IMAX and stuff.
I always find it entertaining when someone's most recent film is their most profitable of all time. It's like, well, of course it is.
So ignoring those details, this is the one that brought Jeremy Renner into the franchise. You know, it's sort of lost a lot of the original people like Ving Rhames. I'm not going to say whether he is or is not in the movie, but he definitely is not one of the major players.
This is the one in Dubai, right? In that
Dubai and Mumbai, all the eyes basically. It comes in a 2 Blu-ray DVD digital download pack, which is pretty awesome. It's got a ton of special features. There's one about shooting in IMAX. There's an alternate opening. There's an deleted scenes with commentary by Brad Bird. Strangely, it looks like there isn't actually like a feature commentary by Brad Bird or Tom Cruise or anything. But there is also unless it's under some other crazy name. They have a featurette titled Mission Accepted, which apparently is some on-set action narrated by Cruise, J.J. Abrams, and Brad Bird, which sounds pretty cool, too.
Awesome.
Anyway, there's like at least a dozen items, special features on it. So that looks like a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
Blu-ray, DVD, digital download. Sounds like a pretty awesome one. It was a fun film too, so I gotta say
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Easy slam dunk for me. The next one we wanted to mention, which is appropriate since Earth Day is Sunday the 22nd, I'm told.
Okay.
That's what Google Calendar or what Google that's what Google told me when I typed it in. Because I was curious because Frozen Planet comes out.
Yes.
This is the latest in those sort of HD nature docs that have been coming out the last 3 years.
And this is the British version, right? With Attenborough narrating? Okay, yes. Because the English version, which is still currently on Discovery, probably will be done, maybe is on now, done as when this is up, I forget, the dates confuse me, is narrated by Alec Baldwin. So, this must be the original.
This is the original one. Cool. This is the BBC one. And this is, as you said, narrated by David Attenborough. You have been watching this. What have you thought of the series so far?
It's wonderful. It's really, really good. I mean, you know, even with I'm watching the American version, so the Alec Baldwin narration, which I love David Attenborough a lot. He's great. I can only imagine it would be better with him, not to defame Alec Baldwin at all.
And I also want to note, and we'll talk about this in our next episode where we talk about nature docs, this is not Richard Attenborough, the director of Gandhi.
Yes.
Not him.
Very
not
different.
The dude from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Same name, Attenborough. Different one.
Interesting this about, of course, about the poles. Something that I remember.
Frozen Planet.
Yes.
If you will.
It's basically like Planet Earth or Blue Planet or any of those specials.
Which I think is a lot of the same.
Yeah. But just focusing on the 2 poles. Yes. And it's kind of neat. It's like 7 episodes. 4 of the episodes are the 4 different seasons in the area. It's really neat. Really.
I think there's 6 episodes, or at least there are in the British one.
Yeah.
Because there's a series of 10-minute making of featurettes for each episode.
Yes.
So there you go. Then there's another featurette on the exploration into how climate change is affecting the animals and people of the polar regions and what that might mean for the rest of us.
Yeah, the 7th episode was kind of controversial and may or may not be shown in America because it was almost all about how climate change is screwing over the poles.
Maybe that's what one of these special features is that 7th episode.
Could be.
And, there's also another featurette about the science being done at the South Pole that is...
And with all of these nature documentaries, like, the making-ofs are actually as interesting as the episodes themselves, if not more so sometimes. So
yeah, absolutely beautiful footage, really interesting subject.
Crazy HD cameras.
I am totally on board with that.
And Blu-ray plus HD nature cameras, it's like, you can't get much prettier.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best use of Blu-ray, honestly.
Yeah.
The final one we wanted to talk about is the most penis happy one, I guess you would say. And
the most dong.
Yeah, most hanging of dong. Shame, starring Michael Fassbender from director Steve McQueen, which has got to be one of the coolest names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different Steve McQueen, but nevertheless still.
But still, you're in Hollywood. Your name's Steve McQueen. Who cares if you're not even related? You're gonna get noticed.
And this is the Sexy Time movie with Michael Fassbender, and
it's like a sex addict or something. I kind of
something like that. But it's also got it's got some interesting featurettes. It's got a featurette about Michael Fassbender. It's got one about director Steve McQueen. It's got one about the shared vision of shame. Steve McQueen is definitely one of those up-and-coming directors in Hollywood who seems to be clicking in an area that a lot of Hollywood is either afraid to go
or just not going
and so he definitely has garnered a lot of attention. This is like right around the time that Michael Fassbender is blowing up too, so if you haven't seen this and you're okay with dong, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, or if you're really interested in Fassbender dong, and this is clearly the movie for you.
Yes, so
that'll be that's the byline for this movie.
Yeah. Good one to have. But anyway, it's got the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy all in one, which is the way to package it these days.
Nowadays, it's the best way to go.
And so that wraps up episode 135. Again, we're releasing our segments individually as videos now. We'll be releasing probably, I don't know, is it sequentially, concurrently? It'll be like a Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday type thing. Something like those lines. To get you ready for the new releases coming out Friday and the DVDs coming out Tuesdays and all sorts of stuff
a little easier to break up the work week, too.
Yeah. And so for episode 136, also coming out this week, we're going to be talking about nature docs in honor of Chimpanzee, the latest in that Disney nature series. And the other film also coming out that time is To the Arctic 3D.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot
it should be pretty interesting. And as I said, this is all because of Earth Day being Sunday, April 22nd. Yes. If that isn't correct, blame Google. I typed it up in there, and that is what it spit back at me. Just saying.
Spencer.
So with that being said, let us know your thoughts at MacGuffinPodcast.com, Twitter.com/MacGuffinCast, Facebook.com/MacGuffinPodcast, phone number 323-761-9842. You can also find us on iTunes. We're available on blip.tv. We're on the Roku box, Miro, Get Glue. Check in there at MacGuffinPodcast.com/GetGlue.
Become a mayor of the MacGuffin. I think that's how Get Glue works.
I think that's Foursquare, but there might be mayors too. I don't know. It sounds
become something.
Yeah, become something. Be somebody, and leave us reviews. Again, we're splitting video and audio, so we need reviews on both of them. Yeah. We'd appreciate it both, and hopefully you subscribe to both.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
That being said, see you next time.
Can't stop me. I'm on fire tonight. Magneto can't stop me. I'm on fire tonight. Even Zod can't stop me. I'm on fire tonight. It's tight, don't even try to bite the side. Mr. Spock can't stop me. I'm on fire tonight. The Wrath of Khan can't stop me. I'm on fire tonight. The Borg can't stop me. I'm on fire tonight. Because I've got space game and it feels alright.